Hello everybody, welcome to another video. This is an unboxing video, and today I'm going to be unboxing a tablet. This is the PiPO Smart S1. This is my first post-Christmas video. Bit of background, I've been looking into getting a tablet for quite a while now, and basically with the money I had over Christmas I didn't quite have enough to get an Nexus 7. I could have gone with something like a Kindle Fire, but I wanted something a little bit more open source so I could fiddle around with it, and this one came out on top basically. This isn't my first look at the tablet. I've already unboxed it. I've already installed a custom launcher and installed my apps on it, but it's more of a staged unboxing. But this is just for like presentation purposes, basically. So first off the bat, you look at the device and look at the box, and it's a nice box. I know that's a ridiculous thing to say, but it slides out like that, and you've got like this sort of double layer cardboard stuff. All of this sort of stuff, like you get this nice feel box with the foam in the inside. It's all totally irrelevant, but it just gives you that sort of first impression feeling that you go, maybe this is more of a good buy than I was expecting. First thing, when you're holding it in your hand, when you pick it out of the box, feels very, very solid, I have to say. I wasn't expecting fantastic build quality at all, but this is as solid as a rock. I mean, it's all plastic, and it's an absolute fingerprint magnet, as you can see already. But I'm shocked at the build quality you can get for £80. See what else is in the box. You've got like this little placeholder, and yeah, let's delve in. You've got your DC jack there for charging. It's a little bit weird. It doesn't charge via USB. It has a mini USB port, but micro USB port even, and it doesn't charge. The USB port is only for syncing. You have to charge via the DC jack, which doesn't really bother me. You can plug it into your computer, or you can plug it into the mains. Here you've got an awfully cheap, oh my days, awful pair of headphones. And then you've got your full colour manual, which is really nice. And I have had a little look into this because Chinese manuals are usually quite amusing, but this is actually in very good English, and it's in full colour, which is pretty nice. And this is another little manual thing, and should be a warranty card. So this is the device. Specs: dual 1.6 GHz Cortex A9 chip, I believe. With the quad-core Mali 400 GPU. This plays games brilliantly, guys, as I'll show you in a minute. It has 8 gigs of internal storage. It also has, I'm going to go into the ports in a minute, but you can extend up to 32 gigs via the micro SD card slot. It has a 5-point capacitive touchscreen. Works very, very well, but it has a relatively very low resolution of 800 by 480. But I have to say, for a screen of that resolution, it does do very well, and you don't really notice it unless you're reading a book in the Kindle app, for example. As you can see up on the top there, you have a 0.3 megapixel camera. It's terrible. I'm not going to lie to you, it's really, really terrible, but it does the job. If you don't have a laptop with a webcam or something, it'll work with Skype, no problem. It'll do the job, but don't expect amazing quality at all. So, onto the ports then. The focus is really, really quite bad because the glossy black plastic isn't going to work very well. But you can see by there you've got your mini USB or micro USB. That's for syncing with the computer. A mini HDMI port, which is really, really awesome for an £80 tablet. So you can big up 1080p HD video onto your TV, which is really, really awesome for a tablet of this price. And then you've got your DC jack there for charging. On this side, you've got your power button. Yep, you can just about see that. You've got your power button, your 2 volume up and down switch, and the micro SD card slot, which supports up to 32 gig. On the bottom, you can just about see there is the headphone jack. It's a pretty low quality headphone jack. It's not like metal plated or anything, and it just sort of slides in there. It doesn't have a positive sort of click, but it does the job again. And then there's nothing on that side. On the back, you have just PiPO Smart S1 and the loads and loads of fingerprints. So on the device, it's, again, going back to the screen resolution, it's okay. It does the job. This is the only gripe I really have on this tablet. It's super quick, everything runs brilliantly, but the resolution is a little bit on the low side. I would have liked it to be 720p, but you'd be paying more for that, and considering it's got 80 quid again, you can't expect a great deal of pro features, you could say. So all apps, I've got Nova Launcher installed, this is my personal favorite launcher. It's not actually that choppy in real life. It's just the camera. The white balance really is not like in this. It's buttery smooth, really, because it runs 4.1.1 Jelly Bean with all the Project Butter goodness, and yeah, it really does perform. Like going through the menus, everything runs absolutely supremely well on this tablet. I keep on saying this, for 80 quid, it's hard to beat. If we go into about this tablet, tap that a load of times, and there you got your Jelly Bean. Yeah, runs Jelly Bean absolutely brilliantly. What do I do now? Antutu. Just open this up, see what sort of score it gets. 12,010. This was done earlier on. It's incredible the score this thing gets. It just blew my mind. I was expecting about 6,000 or 7,000, but you can see there, if we go 10,000, Samsung Galaxy S2, that's the 10,000. It compares with the Galaxy Note in terms of speed. That's what I've been comparing it with, and it's pretty much like for like when it comes to speed. So if you want to compare it speed-wise up against something, the Galaxy Note is the right thing to compare it up against. I'm going to Quadrant. I'm not sure if I've already done. Yeah. Let's run this, and yeah, I'll be right back, guys. Okay, so here we go. It's got 3,743 on Quadrant. That comes above the Samsung Galaxy Tab 10.1, above the Samsung Galaxy Nexus. I'm sorry, you can't really see this too well. I'll see if we can focus a little better. There you go. That's our device there, the PiPO S1. Just comes just under the ASUS Transformer Prime TF210 201. So again, you can see this thing for £80 is an absolute screamer. It keeps up with the Nexus 7 in terms of speed, and just to demonstrate, this is Grand Theft Auto Vice City. So here we are. Resume game. Quad-core Mali 400. I believe that's what the Samsung Galaxy S3 is packing, so you can sort of, again, compare the sort of speed you can get out of this thing. And this is all on max settings now, guys. And it's running seamlessly. I mean, I've got a pretty crappy camera, so it might be dropping frames on there because of the white balance. It just does not like artificial light. But you're just going to have to take my word for it. It runs everything absolutely brilliantly. Every game I've put up against it, it runs brilliantly. And I can't fault it, guys. I cannot believe I got this for £80. I cannot believe this much power is in a device that cost me £80. Do I recommend it? Absolutely. If you don't have enough money for a Nexus 7, or are just a little bit tight and would rather spend 80 quid elsewhere, I highly, highly, highly recommend getting one of these, because this will run everything you will ever want to. It does have, unlike the Nexus 7, an expansion card slot. Yeah, it'll run everything you put up against it, and it'll do it with speed. The only thing you've got to be aware of is if you want a really high quality camera, or if you want a really high quality screen. But apart from that, it's an absolutely fantastic tablet, and for £80 you can't say much bad things about it really. But yeah, this has been my little unboxing slash review. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. Bye bye.